And by the way, it's totally incorrect. I think we have the source right here.
Yeah.
When they say, most jobs, the fastest growing job sector was wind and solar, that's because government subsidized it and tried to guarantee, just like with Solyndra. Well, look, of course you can say it's the fastest growing sector of the market. I could also create the fastest growing sector of the market right now by paying people to dig a hole with a shovel and then paying the same amount of people to fill it back up with another shovel. It's the fastest growing sector of the economy. Whoa. It is not. You need to look at the private sector. And by the way, this is one thing to me, too, while they're talking about green energy policy. Okay, hold on a second. Would anyone, if you had to pick one person, okay, Dave, Gerald, if you had to pick one person right now in the year 2020 who has actually done more to move the ball forward as it relates to electric vehicles, technological advancements, and creating a product that consumers willingly purchase, who would you name as that person?
Ed Begley Jr.
Okay.
Elon Musk.
All
That's
right.
a good one.
Would you agree?
Oh, yeah. It's
Okay, well, I don't know.
the guy, he's a billionaire with toys. He's just like, let's go to Mars. Let's do all that.
So Elon Musk,
of course,
okay, Elon.
100%.
So you should be courting him.
Yeah.
He should be your poster child. You should be trying to put a ring on it. Elon Musk, who did more for the electrical vehicle market than anyone in the history of mankind, had to leave your crappy state because of your crippling economic policies, which were the direct result of your pseudo-green policies. In order to create more new green cars and employ more Americans, Elon electric vehicle Tesla Musk had to leave California in the dust and go to Texas.
Right, and by the way,
sign.
I don't know that I have a whole lot of sympathy right now for all of the union workers who are pissed off about this, all the pipeline workers, all of the people in Pennsylvania and West Virginia and all these places. I don't know that I have any sympathy because we told you this was going to happen. You know what we did? We played video of Joe Biden telling you this was going to happen. And then you still voted for him.
I don't know.
Sorry, not sorry.
You never listen to Daddy.
Like,
and this is, by the way, let me cut this off at the pass. The media is going to say that actually the 11,000 jobs weren't lost, is what they're trying to argue, because they were only temporary, right? They were lasting on average. I think we have this from Newsweek or PolitiFact. What is it? The Pinocchio is the truth meter. They said 19 and a half weeks. No, TC Energy, they're the company, okay, who were primarily behind the pipeline, said it would be under construction until 2023.
Well, and by the way, you know who cares about those jobs being the guys working for 19 and a half weeks that aren't working for 19 and a half weeks now, even if that number was correct.
Fight for 15! Get a stimulus check. These people make more than $15 an hour and they don't need a stimulus check. But you want them unemployed so you can grease the pockets of your Wall Street buddies and then give them scraps. We don't want scraps. We just want everyone to play by the rules.
Yeah.
And in 2 years, they might come up with other work for them.
Right, yes,
It's not
exactly.
really that temporary.
We're working on that.
Listen, everyone is being laid off. Well, no, hold on a second. Okay, before you speak up, listen, let me finish. We may be calling you in 2.5 years.
Oh. Stay by the phone.
We'll look into it.
And by the way, it's not because we're
promises.
against pipelines. Look up a map of all the pipelines in the United States. Just look it up real quick and just see.
So going back to that, it was the
It's just
association.
rest areas.
Just rest areas
how
and
they
scribbles
connect.
on a bathroom stall. The United Association of Union Plumbers and Pipe Fitters, of course, they endorsed Biden for president.
That's what they get.
And this is what they get. And by the way, and this is the thing. You don't even understand how this affects people who aren't necessarily in your union. Not to mention the plumbers and pipe fitters of Mushroom Kingdom. They have had the worst end of this.
Man. That really sucks.
I feel bad for that man.
Nobody's looking
He's
out
gone
for
through
them.
so much.
And this is something that's ironic to me, too, where they're talking about...
Sorry, the Saddam face. That was great. Oh, it's fantastic.
They're talking
Seen
about
better
union
days.
jobs, right? This is what, like union. Well,
Yes.
you know who couldn't give less of a rat's ass or fewer rat's asses?
The least amount of rats asses.
The fewest amount of rat's asses that they have in current inventory would be illegal immigrants. They're talking about union jobs, right? They're talking about we need more union jobs, but then they want to just give everybody who didn't sign the guest book a path to citizenship who'll pick a head of lettuce for $8 and undercut your job salary. This is what's happening, right? They put a halt to the wall because another migrant caravan showed up.
Wow.
New footage.
Yeah. January 17th.
Yeah. Look at that.
Someone get a census worker down there to count heads.
You know, it's bad when Guatemala's like, this is gross.
Yeah.
That looked real bad over there.
That was just after they won a soccer match. Don't worry. Everything's
Oh,
good.
it's fine. Oh, so there's going to be a riot?
Yeah, pretty much. When they win.
And not only this president, again, looking out for you, he included non-citizens in the census, and worse than that, the apportionment of congressional seats. President Biden wants to include non-citizens in actually the apportionment of congressional seats, which
Wait, what? What?
That means. Didn't we have 8 billion citizens?
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a big jump year
bit
over
you could
year.
say.
A lot of growth. A lot of growth.
Grew a lot.
People were bored during COVID.
Little known fact, illegal immigrants cost the American taxpayer an average of $116 billion per year.
Ouch.
But I'm sure that'll all be fixed if you just grant them a path to citizenship, regardless of criminality. It couldn't be more clear. It couldn't be more clear that this administration doesn't care about you. And it always surprised me because I wasn't a huge Donald Trump fan, but he did seem to actually have a heart for people who were out there working. And certainly his policies were at least rewarding to people who wanted to work. All of these policies reward people who don't work, whether they're on welfare or they work for hedge funds, or they harm people who simply want to open their business or go back to work.
Yeah. It didn't seem like Anna Nicole Smith handing that old man his will and just having him sign it. That's all I think about every time Biden signs something. It's just got okay.
Let me find my pen.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, this pen doesn't open. No, it does. Well, I don't know.
Try to put it in my pocket.
It's movie night.
Yes, it's going to be a picture show.
Watch Good Morning Mug Club live every Monday through Thursday at 10:15 Eastern.